Welcome back, everyone. Today I thought I'd show you my Dosbox RPG Collection. Dosbox is an emulator that allows you to emulate old DOS games. Right now, like I said, this is the RPG collection that I've set up. There's currently like 238 RPGs in here. Dosbox can be a little complicated, so I actually use a graphical user interface called Defend. Down in the comments below there will be a link to that. Basically you can install that, and it includes Dosbox. You don't have to download that separate. Makes it very, very simple to set these games up. There's just a few things you know. If you do a search for Dosbox like in Google, go to their website and you can actually get all the settings for each game. They've got thousands of games, you know, how you can need to set it up. So guys, I'm going to show you just a quick little tutorial on how to set a game up. If you go to profile, I always add them manually. That is for DOS games. You can actually even add Windows games in here as well, just if you want to include like RPGs in here. I actually have each one of these a collection for RPGs, adventure games, simulation games, strategy games, and even action games. You know, I've got hundreds of them in there for each. Alright, let's show you how. You go here, and if you go into add a DOS, you just can add the program name it whatever you want. You will need the either executable batch file or COM file that actually executes the DOS program. Makes it very nice because you can actually just come in here. This is the actual when you install all the folders that it creates, and inside of here I create a games folder, and here are all the games for the RPGs. If you go into here, what you want to look for is things like game.exe normally, or like start.bat. That's the things you want to run to actually execute the games. Also, under CPUs, the only thing you really have to change are the newer games like that are in the mid-90s. The CPU cycles have to be bumped up. For the most part, if you got a pretty hefty PC, you can keep it on auto and it'll actually run pretty good. You'll need to know how much memory to install basically for the game. Also, extended memory, expanded memory, and upper memory. The old games don't really use any of this stuff, and 16 megs is plenty for all them. Like I said, the mid to early 90 games are the ones you have to really worry about. 16 megs will probably cover about 90% of all games. Then you've got to worry about the graphics. Here is the renderer. I normally set this, I've got a pretty decent machine, to OpenGL. It looks a little bit better. Then you've got to decide what kind of graphics card from CGA, Tandy, EGA, and VGA. Most games will run on VGA. Also, I run all mine in a Windows resolution. I have a 1080p monitor, 1024 by 768. I'm going to show you a few games here, and you'll see how big it is. That's what I normally set mine to. The only other thing you got to worry about is the sound. Most of these are auto-configured. I know it gets a little complicated, but like I said, some of these settings are on the Dosbox website to help you set some stuff up. Alright guys, let me show you a couple games here. First, here is Pool of Radiance, the old gold box AD&D RPG. Fortunately, this one doesn't really have any sound. It doesn't use a sound card because it's fairly old. So there you go. We'll run a little bit newer game now. How about, here's Ultima Exodus 3. One thing about a lot of the Ultima games, there's a lot of fan-made patches. When Ultima 3 originally came out, it was only CGA, but you can see they added EGA, VGA graphics and sound to it, which makes it sound actually pretty darn good. Here is the granddaddy of all RPGs. That is Rogue, as it's got its own category now called roguelikes. And there you go. Someday I hope to actually be able to complete this game. It's pretty complicated. It is permadeath, so you don't last very long, and if you got to get kind of lucky to be able to survive in it. Alright, here is Might and Magic Clouds of Xeen, one of the newer games. So there you go, guys. If you have any questions, if you actually install this and start trying to install some games and you have some problems with it, down in the comments below, just leave me some questions and I can try to help you guys as much as I can get things configured and up and running for you guys. So thanks again for watching.